So core fundamentals, and these are kind of, I guess, golden rules that we don't want to break straight away. And talking from my point of view, not Mel's point of view. Emma, can you just slide that corner back a fraction for me, please? So my job is, as a general rule, to play on the inside position. The inside position makes it harder for my partner to do sweeps, arm bars, triangles, etc. It doesn't really go with cross collar chokes, but I'm going to explain them in a second. So anytime that my hands are on the ground, my partner can hip escape, bring her knees between us and open her legs up, windscreen wiper, triangle, arm bar, scissor sweep, the whole works. Where if my hand's on her belt, she moves sideways, bring her knees in, and I've got the inside position. So this makes it harder for her to attack me. It also means that I can start to initiate the guard pass easier. Now, I've got three major grips that I use from here, and these are a generalized grip. There are more than these, but as a general. Number one is that I'll have my hands on the belt or the gi pants. This generally means that I'm trying to pass the guard long, try and push backwards. Hand on the collar and hand on the belt. Generally means I'm passing to the side, my knee goes in, I'm here to stop my partner from sitting up, I pass to the side. Two majors. Third major is that I have control on the arm, which now means I can stand up to pass the guard, because she's only got one asset. And once again, because I'm on her hips, this is easy to do the Hail Mary, and pass the guard. Good recovery. So all of these rely on one thing, my hands being on my partner's body, not being on the ground. So it's really important that I try and get out of the habit of putting my hands on the ground. There is a time and a place that it happens, but right now fundamentals. So we're going to start with what I call a hunker down, and Mel's going to have control of me however she wants to. My job is I've got to try and get to posture position without putting my hands on the ground. I start again, so I should get the grips. So I'm trying to get to the posture position without my hands on the ground. What I mean by that is I don't want to be here, leg come up, I'll move backwards and then cross collar choke, arm bars, triangles, sweeps, or that kind of stuff. So it's vitally important for this drill. We're starting here, right down. We're dealing with the stuff that's the issue, but my hands are not hitting the ground. Is everyone to cover that? 1, 2, 3. Great part, guys. So, let's go, Mel. This is the next two parts. These are pretty common things that come up once going inside the full guard. And it's the general one is that my partner gets what I call an overhook. Dealing with the overhook is always a bit of an issue. And number two is, how do I push off my partner without getting to his way? So Mel brings me down from here is, like, I want to try and, like, she's got a good grip. So what I try and do from here is try and get a top position. Let me explain. If I'm pushing on the armpit, her armpit doesn't move that far. This is good for making me move backwards and not allowing her to follow me. Hold on tight. So on the armpit, this isn't necessarily good to grip break. This is good for me to move backwards. Because as I push, her shoulder doesn't really move that far. So what I see when they get hunkered down, but their hands in here, and I'm trying to push the shot like, yeah. So she becomes sliding backwards off the armpits. Really important that we understand the mechanic. Number two is, if I get on the elbow, this is better for pushing and holding because I can physically move the elbow. As a general rule, I'm stronger here than she is if I push it across the body. If I push it this way, she gets what I call an overhook. She's definitely stronger than me, biomechanically, not physically. So let's have a quick look at this. So we're inside the full guard. I get control of the armpit, So my hand's on the armpit. My job is this, on the same side, I move my knee backwards. So if I'm pushing with my left hand, my right knee goes to the butt crack and I push backwards to create space. I now hand fight. If my hand's on the inside or the top and I can't get to the armpit, I'm trying to always work the top position, try and pin. This is generally a standing guard pass because it's exceptionally hard for my partner to do too much to me. And legs are open, I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay. Now, this is the next one. For those of you that have a little bit of a misunderstanding about what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to wipe Mel's bum. Okay, so she has an overhook. I can smell it. So until I try and pull my arm out, I'm physically giving them a straight arm. And the more that she pulls the arm to her chest, the more that I have to deal with it. Where if I kind of go, I'll wipe the bottom, my arm can come through. So think about it this way, the downfall bar is my elbows facing the wrong way. So she raises her hips, this is armbar position. Where if I simply turn my palm down, walk my palm this way, she raises her hips, there's no longer an armbar, and I can pull my arm out. It's a really easy mechanic to get out. So we call it wiping the bottom. I call it wiping the, I don't know if anyone else calls it wiping the bottom. I'm going to be honest. So we're here. I go palm down first of all. This means that if she does try to attack the elbow's on the wrong mechanic anyway. If it's palm up, it's on the right mechanic for her to break my arm. Palm down, it's on the wrong mechanic. This also means I can lever her elbow up high. Circle my hand through and bring it in. In, come in. This is the next one, guys. So now it's my daughter's done. And this is just pretty basic fundamental stuff. I'm going to work two dynamic motions, and these work in combination together. So a lot of the time that people do that, they run these as 2 or 3 separate motions. They should be done as a combination together. Regardless of my partner's grips, I want to break their posture down. That's the number one thing, it's the biggest thing. One of the things that I've found was easy for me was to hold the sleeves. And the main reason being is this is the end of the lever that's controlling her frames. So I found this nice and easy. I'll pull my feet down towards her bottom and I raise my hips. So there's a huge space underneath me. This is set up, number 1 is your flower sweep, and number 2, the breakdown. So think about it this way, whether she pushes my hips down or not, it doesn't make a difference, because I'm going to do an abdominal crunch. When I do an abdominal crunch, it allows my hips to float deep underneath my partner to break them down. Where if I just try and put my knees forward from here, there's a lot of energy and it doesn't have much reward, mainly because I'm just working on one plane. So when I'm here, and I'm not using my hands, so now my feet go down, my hips raise. So technically I've pulled my hips further into my partner. So when I drop into the valley, it's nice and deep, so it's harder for my partner to posture up. So the quick little drill that we're going to do, just to finish off the class, is what it is. Control. Feet, hips, head. Abdominal crunch, so I'm bringing my head forward, that drops my hips into the valley, my legs come up, my knees come forward, and we're going to play the game. I'm going to get my grips. Now her job is she's got to work out what grips I'm using to try and get posture, and we'll start again. So off the grip break, I might try and get an overhook, I might try and get a collar choke, I might try and get head control. You guys in Mel's position has to work out the correct counter to the way I'm holding you to get your posture again. Does that make sense? So for argument's sake, like I've got the control, here, boom, and I'm like on the side, so she's got to fight inside. Yeah, nice. Is everyone okay with that? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just go, honey.